The Army Painter is my favorite hobby company in the entire world. My desk is literally full of Army Painter products, and it takes me from being an average painter to putting above tabletop standard models out into the tournament scene. Not only that, but the Army Painter has sponsored more competitive play than any other hobby company in the industry. They allow us to keep doing the things that we do. If you enjoy the Army Painter as much as I do, head over to thearmypainter.com where you can use the discount code ARTOWAR5 to get a discount on your next order.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another super exciting Art of War stream. Today we're doing our daily detachment review on the Aeldari.
I have been waiting for this and I'm very excited to dive into this Armored Warhost and see what it offers us.
I'm excited too. It's been a while since I played my Elfie fanboys, but I love them.
Yeah, I've definitely taken the mantle of elf player here in the house.
That's awesome.
I know.
And if you're new here, we are doing daily detachment reviews for every single detachment that releases during Grotmas. Later today, we'll be doing the Drukhari one with Archon Skari himself. And all through this month and proceeding after this month, we will be doing more detachment reviews. Also, you can check out our War Room, which is our subscription area where you can get access to list design with all these brand new detachments and games played with all these new detachments with a 50% off code your first month, Grotmas 2024, link in the description.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a two lists there already live, one for this Eldar detachment and one for the Reaper's Wager Drukhari detachment, which are very cool.
That's awesome.
So go ahead and join the War Room and check that out.
Absolutely. So do us a favor, subscribe to the video, like the channel, leave the comment, letting us know what you think, because it really helps us keep producing this content for you. And we love that. We love talking about the Armored Warhost.
Yeah. All right, well, let's go ahead and dive right into it. So before we do, as I kind of click over here, I am going to go ahead and adjust the elephant in the room, which is that Games Workshop has already confirmed that Eldar are getting a codex sometime in 2025, probably pretty early because it's on their roadmap. So, and they already said this detachment is going to be viable in the codex. So it's possible, we have no idea, that maybe some of the data sheets are going to change or some stuff is going to change. And we might have to reevaluate the detachment in a couple of months when we get the Eldar codex. But for right now, let's just see what it does with the current index.
Yeah, I'm really excited. This is, obviously the data sheets may change, context may change, but we got what we got right here. Let's just evaluate it with that.
Okay, so Skilled Crews is the detachment rule. So ranged weapons equipped by Eldari vehicle models in your army have the assault ability, and you can reroll advanced rolls for Eldar vehicle fly units.
Nice. So basically, Eldar vehicles are the only beneficiaries from the detachment rule, so it's obviously encouraging to take a bunch of those, advance and shoot, and reroll advances.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
So it's reroll advances on everything except for the support weapon and the Warwalker.
Yeah, it's comparatively, it doesn't stack up too great to reroll hits and wounds, but maybe we'll see more value in the enhancements and strats.
This is a nice ability, but Eldar vehicles tend to be pretty fast already. This is not something that it's nice.
It's like more strength, you know, like I'm already fast, let's be faster, which is, there's nothing wrong with that, but there's nothing right with that.
Yeah, it's very okay.
Yeah.
It's not great. Okay. Let's move on to the enhancements. We got our first one is Guiding Presence is 25 points. Eldari Psyker model only. At the start of your shooting phase, you select one Eldari vehicle model within 9 inches of the bearer, and then they get +1 to hit.
I like that. That's a good rule.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't pay 25 points for it.
25 is steep for +1 to hit.
Yeah. So you can put this on a Farseer of either varieties, a Spirit Seer, or a Warlock.
I like it on a Guide Seer, right? Because then you have he's giving +1 to hit to one tank, and he's giving reroll hits to another tank, and you're now, this one dude is just like tank buff.
It's also not bad on like a Tantalus, because you can put a bunch of guys inside the Tantalus, and then it's hitting on 2s rerolling, or hitting on 3s with those Dark Lances, which is actually a reasonable buff.
Yeah, a Tantalus with advance and shoot +1 to hit is starting to get saucy.
So that thing moves 16 base, and then you can like buff it and stuff. Yeah, I don't hate it. 25 points is a little bit steep. I think with some edge use cases where this is really valuable, but I really wouldn't build my list around this. If I have 25 points left, I'm probably going to take it.
Yeah. Next, we've got Harmonization Matrix. Harmonization Matrix. Reading is tough. Eldari model only is 30 points. In your command phase, if the bearer or any transport it is embarked within is within range of an objective marker you control, roll a d6 on the 3+, you gain 1 CP. 30 points for a 3-up 1 CP in a faction that has an autarch just is not it.
So there is one excellent use case for this.
What's that?
And that is the autarch only gets you a CP if they're your warlord. And if Yvraine wants to take Drukhari allies, she also has to be your warlord. So this lets you take Yvraine and still get some CP regen.
Yeah, 30 points is
It is very steep.
But it is an option.
It's not bad if you're taking like a Death Jester or something like that. You just want to put them on an objective. Or like a Farseer in your backfield.
Yeah. Next, we got the Spirit Stone of Rayleigh.
20 points. Eldari Psyker model only. While the bearer is within 3 inches of one or more Eldari vehicle units, they have lone operative. And in your command phase, you can select one Eldari vehicle within 3 inches of the bearer to regain D3 wounds. 20 points. It's okay. It's not bad to make a Spirit Seer, or sorry, not a Spirit Seer, a Farseer lone op. You have a lot more flexibility in terms of where they can go in the case. This would have been amazing in like an indirect meta because you can make your Farseers a little bit more protected, but it's not outstanding.
No,
it's very
a little
mediocre.
pricey to make a Farseer a lone op. It's not that great of a rule. I'm not going to say it's not bad. I mean, like a lone op is a great ability, and like you get to heal tanks, which isn't bad either. But it's not great.
Yeah, it's very okay.
Next, we've got Gilful Strategist for 15 points. It's an Eldari model only. If your army includes the bearer, after both players have deployed their army, select up to 3 Eldari vehicle units from your army and redeploy them. When doing so, those units can go into Strat Reserve. I like a redeploy.
This is nice. This is probably one of the better ones. It'd be 15 points for some redeploys.
This is one I'd actually take.
I would, probably take this one.
You can fake people out. You can also just generally react really well. It's like have the optimal deployment. You don't know if you're going first or second, but that is still okay because you can just be optimally placed for whatever your opponent's trying to do.
So this is really good if you have like fire prisms in your list because you can put them and be like, cool, I'm going to guaranteed shoot you. I'm going to move 20 inches, shoot you, and with all 3 of them.
Yeah. No, that's not bad.
Okay, moving on to the stratagems. First one we have is Layered Wards. Any phase, just after a mortal wound has been allocated to an Eldari vehicle unit, that Eldari vehicle unit has a 5-up fuel pain against mortal wounds.
Okay, I like that. Like mortal wounds actually is like a very easy and effective way to murder tanks. It's not always going to be useful, but like when you're playing against like Thousand Suns or like pure Strange Gene Stealers who have devastating wounds in mass, this actually like moves the needle in terms of living or dying.
It's not a bad strat. It's very useful when you need it. The problem is just not going to be useful every game.
Yeah, no, it's a pocket strat.
It's a pocket strat. Yeah, it's not terrible though.
Swift deployment. 1 CP, you use it in your moon phase, 1 Eldari transport unit from your army. Until the end of the phase, units can disembark from your transport after it's advanced. And remember, you can reroll advances. Units that do not do so count as having made a normal that phase and cannot declare a charge in the same turn, but can otherwise act normally.
So I think this is the best strat, and the best part of this detachment.
So with this, you could take like a Wave Serpent, and then it moves 14 base.
Yeah.
And then it can advance 6 more potentially, Fate Dice or just a reroll. So that's 20 inches, maybe 18 on a reasonable roll. And then you get out 3, and then your unit is 21 inches from where it started, and it has 20 OC on 10 Guardians.
Yeah.
That's my objective.
I will be 23 from where it started, right? Because you moved 20, then get out 3.
Yeah, if you want to use a 6. I was saying 4, but whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Up to 23 inches.
Yeah. So the Wave Serpent also has a twin Bright Lance, not 2 Bright Lances. Which means that if you it cares a lot less about the hit and wound reroll.
Right. So comparatively, it already rerolls to wound. So you're trading a reroll, a hit roll for a Wave Serpent for advance and shoot plus the stratagem.
So I think spoiler alert, if you want to look at my list in the War Room right now, you'll notice I take a lot of Wave Serpents.
Grotmas 2024, 50% off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Vectored engines. In your movement phase, just after an Eldari vehicle unit from your army that flies can fall back. So again, that's all Eldar vehicles except for, I believe it's the Warwalker and the Support Weapons, the only ones that don't fly. Until the end of the phase, unit can shoot on a turn and fall back.
Okay, that's a good strat.
It's not bad.
That is a good strat.
Yeah.
It basically exists already, but whatever, they can have it twice.
Yep.
No.
Cloud Strike, or I'll read this one.
Sure. 1 CP. Oh, this one's got a lot of words.
It does.
I see what you did there. 1 CP at the start of your reinforcement step of your moon phase, 1 Eldar vehicle from your army that can fly and is in strat reserves. Until the end of the phase, your unit has the Deep Strike ability. When a unit is set up on the battlefield using the Deep Strike ability, it can be set up anywhere on the battlefield 6 away horizontally from enemy units. But if it does, until the end of the turn, it's not eligible to charge. In addition, if your unit is a transport, each unit that disembarks from this turn must be set up 6 inches away from all enemy units as well and cannot charge. So you can take an Eldar vehicle that's in reserve, like a Wave Serpent or a Falcon, and then just bring it in, and it has Deep Strike, and then it can show up 6 away instead of 9 away. This is legitimately good.
Yeah. So one thing was apparently the Yvrain taking Drakari was part of the Battle Host detachment, not the Eldari.
Oh, you can't
thing.
even
so you can't do that.
Oh, get that out of
Wow, let's make this much worse.
So anyway, back to Cloud Strike.
Yes.
I think the nice scenario here is you show up 6 inches away with like a Falcon or some Wave Serpent, and one of the big challenges of that is that they are really easy to screen. It's like
The Falcon is huge.
pretty big profile, 9 inches away. I can't land in like in a model or on a ruin. Like that is difficult, but 6 inches away really opens that up more.
It does. Unfortunately, the best thing to put in a Falcon to like get out and shoot someone with a 5-man squad is fire dragons.
Yeah.
And if you're more than 6 away, you're still outside of melter range
Yeah.
because they're 12-inch range guns.
Yeah. And it doesn't stack with rapid ingress because you use it in your reinforcement step.
Yeah.
So
And like, you could put it on like a Wave Serpent and then get like 5 Wraithguard out, but you could just move there. I don't know. This is very okay.
it is okay.
It's very okay.
This is okay.
Yeah.
Soul Sight.
Soul Sight. Use it in your shooting phase. You pick one Eldari vehicle from your army that has not been selected to shoot, and then you reroll 1 hit, 1 wound, and 1 damage.
Okay, so you can spend a CP to have the detachment rule of the other detachment plus advance and shoot in this one.
I'd just rather save my CP for a CP reroll.
Is there any like source of vehicle units that wants a reroll hit, wound, and damage, like a Bright Lance or something? That's
I mean, there's a lot of vehicles with Bright Lances, but you're spending a CP. It's before you shoot.
I could see this being worth spending on a Warwalker with Bright Lances because, or a Falcon, because they have multiple shots that are D6 damage, so you're getting value on every step of the strat.
Yeah,
which
I
is
mean,
actually better than the other detachment.
It is. If you need something dead, it's not a bad. I just wish it was like I'm never gonna spend a CP for this, right?
I mean, you might.
If you really.
The rest of
need
your
something
strats are like not that good.
dead. Yeah.
I mean, our Mortal Wounds one is conditional. Our Deep Strike one is very meh. Our Fall Back and Do Stuff is circumstantial. And our Disembark after Transport Advancing is also kind of circumstantial. So, like, it seems like we have a lot of pocket strats. You might actually use this often. Stop saying that's what you want to do. But maybe we're not done. We're not done. There's Anti-Grav Repulsion.
Okay. You use it in your opponent's charge phase. Just after your opponent has declared a charge, you pick one Eldari vehicle that can fly, and then it's -2 to charge.
Okay. I like a -2 to charge. Again, another pocket strat turns yellow 9s into yellow 11s, which is mathematically significant. It also just makes like the classic 6-inch charge, like an 8, which could just fail. Still, 1 CP to not guarantee anything isn't my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on.
To what?
I mean, just like to like a general review. This detachment is, I'm not even going to say it's not great. It's just like bad.
I would say if an average detachment is a 5 out of 10, this is like a 4.5. It's like fine, bland, vanilla, not useless, but also not great.
It's kind of boring. It doesn't really get you anything new.
It's a little uninspiring.
It's very uninspiring, and it's bad. It's not powerful.
It's not
right?
good.
It's not good.
It's like I would say like mildly below average.
Yeah. There's a lot of like it's like unseasoned chicken with white rice.
That's a good way to put it.
It's just very okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people bemoaning this detachment. I could see how in comparison to Battle Host, you definitely aren't excited about it. For that, I am sorry. Not my fault.
Yeah,
but, I think it's still okay.
I think the big issue is that Eldar as a faction are priced and like important for like the fact that you have Phantasm and Fire and Fade, right? Like the Fire Prism works as a tank because you can poke one out, shoot, and then go back behind a wall. And that like loop and interaction is far more important than your Fire Prism moving a couple exchanges.
Like not having Fire and Fade is such a deal breaker for me. I feel like Eldar functions
that's the best part of Eldar, right?
Yeah.
Like your army is squishy.
I literally feel like Eldar players have an Autarch Wayleaper to give you an extra CP so you can afford Fire and Fade.
You can afford Phantasm and Fire Fade.
Yeah.
Like I would give every single enhancement and stratagem up to take Fire and Fade.
I don't know if that's true. But you don't have to make that choice. You get Fire and Fade and a reroll hit and a reroll wound and Phantasm and fall back and do stuff.
Yeah. I think the other issue is that for all of these flying vehicles, I would rather have a real hit and a real wound than advance and shoot my guns.
They can't all be winners, folks. But nonetheless, we will have list breakdown for you in the war room where Quinton tries to do his best with this army. And we have a game coming up with it in the future as well. So don't go anywhere. It's really exciting stuff. And we've got some super chats to address.
Ryan G with a $5 super chat. He says, watch the Votan detachment be all about them being overly stubborn. Army-wide +1 toughness has a detachment rule, toughness 13 land forts, and T11 Sagittars. I have no idea. We'll see. That would be annoying if that's the case, but like, who knows?
Yeah, I don't think they'll just do that, but we'll see. We'll see. I have no idea. Next up, we've got
also Ryan G.
Ryan G coming in hot. Thank you for your $5.
Just as an FYI, Fate Dice are going away as the Armoured Rule with the Codex. ICU's detachment starts being better with that in mind. Have they said that anywhere?
Have they?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Is that like on Warhammer?
I don't think that's been confirmed officially by GW, so I'm not going to speculate on that.
Yeah.
But hopefully they do something nice with Fate Dice. Maybe rework the entire Army Rule as a whole in the new Codex, because I feel like Fate Dice have gotten nerfed to the point of like barely.
They're 6 dice once per phase. They're like they're irrelevant.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm glad that they were, because it was the 15 dice, use them all, 6s.
It was like too much.
That was way too much. But
it's funny that they keep nerfing the like dice mechanic because I think they're just too strong.
Yeah.
So I have no idea. We'll see what the Codex brings.
Well, thank you so much for your super chats and hanging out with us, everybody. Next up, we got Shukari and Skari, and that detachment is a lot more exciting, so please
Far
don't go
more
anywhere.
exciting. That one, I believe, is already live. Skari and I recorded that, and we talked for a very long time about all the really cool things you can do with that detachment.
Yeah, I think it might be going out at 11. We'll find out. But in any case, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment. We can't do this without you.
It was confirmed on Warcom.
Oh,
Cool. That's exciting. Well, this detachment is definitely interesting if Fate Dice are different.
When you are all over the place.
Yes.
Here's Horace. There's Horace with another 16-month membership super chat. GW said Fate Dice are going to be a detachment rule and Battle Focus was coming back as an army rule. It was in a Warcom article. That's awesome to see. Ryan G, $2 has been confirmed by GW. Nerd Gains has been confirmed by GW. This is awesome. Thank you so much for all your support, everybody. I suppose that the Fate Dice will be getting changed and confirmed by GW. General Odium with a $5 super chat. These detachments all seem cool until you realize that 85% of the strats are recycled. Super unique. You know, there's a lot of rules in 40K. Like, you know, you can't have everything be original all the time. But I appreciate all of you sticking with us for this. We'll see you later. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Check out the Warm. 50% off. Grotmas 2024 is your promo code. We'll catch you live, recorded later with Archon Skari on Drukari.
See you later.